Did you know that 100 out of 100 people are suffering with subscriber phobia? So if you hit the subscribe button, you're cured! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Averageteadrinker. Right, I've decided to start a whole new nightmare. Wait, was that the right word from the script? Oh, sorry, I meant adventure. So lately, I've been having an absolute blast playing LFG Simulator on my Shaman and Val Draken. And whilst I was doing that, I had a crazy idea. Why not suffer on a different class, and then I can get my rear fix I crave from another way? After some questionable thinking, I decided, hey, I've got an idea. Let's let my community decide what class I should play in the most intense poll of 2024 so far. So earlier this week, you guys sealed my fate, and the class which won was...
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
So there you have it. We have a winner, and I'm going to have to start taking some karate classes on the weekend and ask the gods and Orgrimmar where I can get to them. So with it being a challenge, we have to have a few rules. Number 1, no secret WoW tokens for gold to get that juicy pay-to-win credit card model we all know in World of Warcraft today. I'm going to be starting off with the gold I got from questing and leveling to max level just to make it fair, so it can be basically as if a random person who isn't doing this series is on the same level playing field. I'll just be picking up a few world quests for gold if I do need it, or the weekly events. Number 2, no homies on the friends list are going to be helping me. I'll be trying to get people similar eye level to the keys I will be doing, but I won't be doing this for the earlier keys because they are free. Last rule, we're going to try to achieve Keystone Hero, which is 2500, but depending on how the series goes, we may go for that big, fat, juicy 3k score. This character is also not going to be linked to my main on Raider.io, so we're anonymous, baby, so we can be as toxic, incredibly nice to everyone in our keys. For me, I'm just in a guild which died a long time ago, and it's going to stay that way until the end of the challenge. But if you are new to the game, I would advise looking for a social guild yourself, and not being a hermit like I. First off is the starting prep for our big boy monk. This fine specimen was made in Season 1, and his sole purpose up until now was clearing Strathholm 5 times each mount farming episode. Poor dude. Let's dust off this old boy for the grind, and get him depleting some keys. Timing. As you can see, this dude is absolutely not stacked, and is very much in need of the discount auction house shop, where we can find some cheap clothes to help us survive these dungeon adventures. That's exactly what we did. Found some great deals, all for the great price of £1 million. I kid. It's actually really cheap picking up auction house gear, so even if you are a fresh character or new to the game, you can have plenty of gold to buy a good majority of your gear pieces from the auction house straight away. So then it's moving on to the weekly quest for the Emerald Dream, Time Rift and Dream Surge event. Really easy way of getting potential catalyst pieces, and everything is an upgrade. Win. Next is the world boss, where it sends you to sleep, and I didn't realize for a very questionable amount of time that you just need to jump to get rid of the debuff. But moving on, unfortunately we got pity rewarded by the world boss, and he just paid us some gold to leave him alone. I swear Blizzard have nerfed the world boss loot, because in Shadowlands and BFA I generally remember getting more pieces of gear when I was doing it on my ults. Damn you, Blizzard! Next was the Super Bloom Weekly, where we definitely contributed loads in.
Are you sure about that?
But for our efforts, we got handsomely rewarded.
Damn!
What an upgrade. The fattest 447 axe on the market right there. Following the weekly for the rep one, we got this juicy neck too. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the real content and extremely challenging gameplay starts. Not something I basically go AFK in every time I join on an ult, and it is called LFR. Because we want to be the best like no one ever was, we hit up our pal Google, and it directed us to a place to get all the best weakos in the game, So as we're playing Monk, we had to grab this nice looking one here. If you are new to the game or class, you should always check out wago.io. It's a really good place to get a good set of weak auras for basically anything. By the way, I am not sponsored, but maybe in the future, you know? Now that we've got our clean looking weak auras, it's time to absolutely blast the meters. Just as a pre-warning though, I am going to butcher this class rotation up. I haven't really delved too much into what I actually need to press, but I will be doing a little bit of research here and there going forward. And surely a Mythic Plus, it's just spin to win, right? Then we rolled our way over to Agira, Monk pun intended, and it's definitely not going to be the last one.
Juicy.
Snagged ourselves a nice little bandolier trinket. Died on Smolder Run. Oh, we have a chance to redeem ourselves from our previous death. Yeah, that sums up Smolder Run for this week. 2 best trinket drops. Oh, surely we're going to win at least one of them, right? Earthworm got ninja pulled. And we died. Some nice juicy little items here though. Did we get any? Even though I've only just started playing Monk, it does actually feel quite fun to play. I wonder how it'll feel once I've acquired 2 or 4 set, and if it does drastically change the class. If you play Monk, let me know in the comments, so I can maybe get like a little idea. One good thing is that, because it's another melee, I can just keep my melee rate and just zug zug, as I always do. We're about to see the highest roll I've ever gotten right there, 95 in LFR. Juicy. 83 as well on the Catalyst chest, potentially.
You guys, thank you.
Easy double items there, and then we turned our chest into the Catalyst, and then it was moving on over to Council. How do you guys feel about the Council fight? I think sometimes it's the worst fight, just because when you press your CDs and then you just hear the little quack sound, and you're getting turned into a duck. Just terrible. I am a firm supporter of bringing back personal loot for LFR at least, because this stuff happens way more than it should. Blizzard, come on man. Unfortunately, we didn't win Thorn Cores or any items on Nemu, so no cheeky little upgrades for us. Moving on to the pinnacle of the raid, Tindral Prison, which I finally killed a Mythic last night. Let's go! And Farak, where my next jail cell is going to be located. Of course, 0 loot we could actually roll on for our Monk. I'm starting to think Blizzard doesn't want us to have a happy Kung Fu dream. Right, coming up here, I believe is a bug, and a very terrible bug for us, unfortunately. But as you can see, Farak is flying away, so we can open up his Dragonussi, and then we're all going to fly through it. Right, so see people flying, I go fly, and a few of us fall off because we don't take flight. So we respawn, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're not on that platform, so maybe we have to speak to this dragon. So we take the dragon down. Fast forward, takes us to the bottom again when we first came up. So not the right place. So skip forward, take the dragon back up again. Still at the same platform, kind of don't really know what's happening. A little bit confused. I start looking around. I start panic going around like crazy, like where's the portal? I can't find it. To no avail, so I teleport out, teleport back in, 'cause sometimes that works for dungeons. So I thought, oh, maybe it'll work for the raid. Nope. Still on the same platform. I'm kind of like, I don't really know what to do here now. So I have to start flying. Hopefully I can fly to a different platform. And, of course, a hunter pulls the boss. So now the boss is pulled. I'm not there. Fast forward, I just give up. Yeah, I just thought, oh, there's no point in me flying around. I'm just going to die. Just end it now. Eventually, the boss does die, and because I died, I got the achievement there, so I thought, oh, it's okay, I got the achievement, I must be in the fight. Skipped the cinematics, because, you know, who watches the cinematics these days? And I can't loot the boss. This guy, thankfully, was like, oh, I have a Flame Walk Curio. And he couldn't trade it. Blizzard, man. Come on.
Frankly, that's a skill issue.
But the grind to KSM has begun, and it's all going to start with a +2 and a dream. These guys must have been big fans of Kung Fu movies because they invited me instantly to our first keystone, Galakrond's Fall +2. Is a vital tip for you to increase your chances of not being kicked in a dungeon. Just say hello. Don't say meowdy, don't say yowdy.
One eternity later.
Eventually, we got into a key, got a group full, and then we're ready to get this +2 on the road. Waiting for the timer? Nope. Tank didn't give a crap. We're straight into it. No messing around. We were blasting on the first pack, if you would say. And then we had a Chad tank. I love these tanks where they pull the mobs onto the boss. And we were absolutely blasting like crazy.
Oh, look at the class, look at the moves! Faker, what was that?
Moving on to the Timeways boss, my good old pizza friend. I actually thought we did really good on this boss. I actually couldn't believe that we nearly broke 100k, like, straight away. Look how much damage this trinket is doing. Like, if you haven't got auction house gear, do it. Right, we attempted the skip here, and unfortunately the mage skipped so hard that he skipped out of life. This honestly made me laugh so hard going back through the footage. But moving on, GG procs in big AoE feels good. Gonna very much enjoy doing that throughout the series. Tank got IMC'd on the third boss, tried to slam dunk us. Last boss, nothing really happened. Yeah, easy little 13-minute key. 103k overall, feels good. Did we get loot? No, because we never get loot in Mythic Plus. It's the same on my Shaman. And then the tank was up for another key, and of course, I was ready to blast one more, so we go again. We're rolling into the second dungeon with our Giga Chad tank. We've got the crit first ring, which we would like, and we have the legs we can get for Catalyst. This is from Waker's Manor. Hopefully we get them, because then we get a nice little 2-set. Tank was being a Chad again. He was pulling mobs onto the bosses. Unfortunately for me, I pre-cummed basically and blew my load. We had a little spicy moment here. We had a pretty dodgy pull and there was only a couple of us alive, so I barely made it out of that one. It didn't stop us though. We finished that pull and then we killed Lady Waycrest. Moving on to Gorik Tool. Pretty easy fight. Got aggro there at the start because we were just absolutely blasting. Taking this class by storm. And I was moving on to hopefully getting the items we deserve. Just a ring or the Catalyst legs. 98k, unfortunately not 100k like last dungeon. Did we get an item? No, of course not. And the tank wanted to keep blasting it again, but it was pretty late. I really needed to sleep, and that was on to the next day. Kicking our way into the next day. Get it? Because monk kicking. Okay, I'll just stop. I did a few world quests and rolled my way over to the auction house. Rolled? Okay, actually, I will really stop now. But yeah, we picked up a few files and enchants and some rank 2 items because we are a cheapskate on this channel. So we couldn't afford the rank 3, unfortunately. Our first craft was a nice ring, as we were lacking in the ring department. I thought maybe I could do like an innuendo there, but yeah, moving on. Nice high level boost here, 463 ring. Then we recently watched Quasi's new video. He mentions the whelping crest you can get, and you can use these crests to craft up to 447 items. So it's definitely well worth it. I think we got 3 of those crafted in non-tier slots, so overall, massive win for us on gearing. With our new crafted gear, we are blasting straight into a dungeon. Hopefully we're going to snag some more gear because we were looking for the hands for Catalyst and the ring. Unfortunately though, our Warlock had a drug problem, so we lost him there.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
We lit up Gnarlroot like the Horde did with Teldrassil, and we definitely didn't cheese that insane boss damage with Touch of Death padding. I think the Warlock may have succumbed to his drug problem, so that didn't stop us though. We finished the dungeon, 115k, and we got loot. Feels good, man. Overall, a great week. We managed to pick up a few items from the weekly events, LFR and the dungeons. I'm surprised we actually got anything from LFR because that is normally a clown show. We ended the week at 439 from 368, so that's a pretty massive jump. It was pretty insane how long this episode actually took to edit. It's very different from my usual stuff I edit and make. So if you did like the episode, please let me know, as I did have fun making this. Thanks for watching, peeps. Stay tuned to see what I got in the vault next episode.